struggling online? Do you feel that everybody else on the internet has some secret and they're using some powerful tactic that you don't even know about, and they're making so much money but you're struggling? What foolproof method are they using that's not working for me? Hi, today I'll be sharing with you the 8 reasons why people fail and they struggle online because of these misconceptions, and the reasons why people are actually finding it so difficult to make it successful on the internet. And I will be sharing with you how you can change these around, turn them around for you, and make your online business a success. So first of all, the misconception number 1. What I find is a lot of people think you have to be experienced, you have to be confident, and you have to know what you're doing to be online and to make money using the internet. And in reality, the truth is, to become successful, you don't actually need any of those skills. People are actually brought up that when they're smart, they're actually told to follow rules, they follow guidelines, and it's actually, I find people like that are more likely not to become successful on the internet because they're so used to having everything set out. They know that they have to get a job, get a career, work hard, etc., and they won't have that sort of X factor to go and take risks and go out there and do things for themselves. So in reality, people with the right mindset and skills can make this work. You don't need anything special, and anyone can do this. The second reason that people actually fail is because they think that they'll make money first and then they'll start their own business. And in reality, to me, that is just an excuse and procrastination, because how could you possibly run a business when you don't even have money? If you don't have money, then how will you ever start a business? And it'll just get you into a vicious cycle that you'll probably end up wasting so much time and probably never ever start your own business. So the way to become successful with this is to actually start your own business, and you own your own business, and by doing so, then you will make money and it'll become successful for you. To make some serious money, you need to put a business into place, and by having a system that is working and automated, then of course you will have a residual income in no time. The third misconception that people have is that they think building a business is very slow, it will take a lot of time, and they don't want to necessarily spend that time in growing a business. And the reality is that growing a business is actually very fast, a lot faster than you probably think and can imagine, and it is definitely a lot faster than chasing after money. Now, I have heard the next misconception over and over again. You can't afford to start a business, you can't hire people, you can't outsource anything. Well, the reality is that every single day your business is starting on a shoestring budget, and because we are using the internet, there's so many methods out there that you can use which are free of charge, so you don't even need to constantly put money into a business like you probably would in an offline business. So what I'm going to say is, where there's a will, there's a way. Misconception number 5. I have no time. Well, the way to overcome this is, if you actually focus on your business and leverage your time, then you will make more time. And what I have learned, one thing that I have really learned from working online and starting up my own online business, is that you actually learn to manage your time a lot more effectively, and you learn to appreciate your time and value your time, so that you're putting your time into something that is worthwhile and you're not wasting it because you don't have much of time. And I think everybody knows this. The next misconception, number 6, I would like to say, is people think that they need to have a list, they need to have a system, that they need a blog, websites, etc. And what my answer to you would be, if you're thinking this, is that when you actually are clear and you have focused on your business, you will be able to make much more informed decisions. You will know what is required of your business, and not every business needs everything necessarily. My misconception number 7 is that people out there are waiting and waiting. They are literally sitting there on the edge thinking, I'm going to wait till the next foolproof system comes along and from the click of a button everything will fall into place and I will start making millions and my bank account will be overflowing with cash in 24 hours. Now, as much as everybody would love that to happen, I think that if that was the reality, then probably every single person would be making a lot of money and it would be good and the world would be a better place. In reality, if you actually get your thinking caps on and you put together a process that will work for you, if you actually go and take action for any business that you go into and you implement everything, then of course the business model could work. A lot of people think that businesses don't work because you join and everything comes into place, and unfortunately that doesn't happen. Without you actually taking action and getting your hands dirty, then you will not see results. Finally, number 8, my final myth that I want to share with you is people often think that there's some system, there's some tactic out there, other techniques that the other marketers are using and everyone else seems to be making money, but there's just something that you're missing. You're just not using one technique that is working for everybody else, and if you just found out this one technique, then everything will be great and everything will work for you and everything will fall into place. Now, the truth is that a tactic is just a tactic and we need to accept that. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't work. Of course, tactics do work. Every single tactic out there does work to some extent, and it's about finding something that works for you, that you can do, you can implement, and you know how to get the best leverage out of that tactic. And remember, you shouldn't always just rely on the one technique or the one tactic for your business. The business should have an overall strategy, an overall plan where you're using 4 or 5 different techniques to give you that leverage and give you that success that you're craving for. Remember that a false belief will only hold you back, and all these 8 myths, 8 misconceptions that I've shared with you today are not going to help you. So the sooner that you actually realize what I have said and how to overcome these failure tactics, then the sooner that your business will start becoming successful and you will see a positive result on your business. So I would like to leave you with that today, and please leave me any feedback, any comments, and let me know what you think or share your story.
You can find out more about this fantastic offer by clicking the link in the description.